What's up? 6:30 a.m. Friday, Laguna Beach, California. I want to talk to you guys about a skill that is very important to have, to own, to control. Yeah, I said own. To own this skill. You have to be able to decipher, to decide, to understand when someone is lying to you. To catch a liar is to catch a thief. We live in a market society, okay, so what does that mean? People need you to buy what they are selling. Everything, whether it's a product like food. Oh, the water feels nice. The water feels nice. The warmer the water gets, the more marine life comes to the shoreline. Oh man, is that a sea lion? I think we're gonna see a sea lion up ahead. Anyways, I digress. It's important because everybody's selling something, whether it's a car alarm, whether it's McDonald's hamburgers, In-N-Out hamburgers, a car, BMW, Volkswagen, Toyota, Nike, Reebok, Gatorade. Gatorade's trying to sell you on the fact that you need electrolytes. Nike's trying to sell you on the fact that these shoes make you perform better. BMW's trying to say their car is the ultimate driving machine. Okay, so we live in a monetary society. You have to be able to understand and to learn how to catch a liar, because to sell these products that I named, there has to be a salesman. Oh, it's not a sea lion, it's just a dog. There has to be a salesman. Let me tell you a story. When I was 18, man, just a young kid, 23 years ago, I was 18. I was at the mall, guy runs up on me, says, "Hey man, I got these necklaces I'm selling, gold necklaces." The reason he approached me was because I was shopping around, right? He's at the mall. He's at the mall looking. My battery died, so now I'm at my parents' house. I charged my phone. Back to the story. So I'm at the mall. This guy is looking for someone to sell his fake gold jewelry. I didn't know it was fake. Obviously, I didn't know it was fake. Otherwise, I would not have bought it. But see what a lie needs. There are certain things a lie needs. A lie needs a buyer. And so he knows that people at the mall are there to buy. So he's going to go to the mall. So there are certain things that happen before a lie. People set up the lie. So one really good trait to have in our society is how to determine who is lying. The world is a big place, and you got to find the liars, and you have to be able to differentiate someone who's there to help you and someone who's there to steal from you. There's too many lies out there, and I'm amazed that in college or in high school, there's not a class on just detecting lies. It is one of the most valuable skills you can possess as a human being, is to look, to analyze, and to decide if someone is lying or telling you the truth. So one important thing that I can try to teach you is you have to buy the lie. A lie is almost like a tangible asset. It's being sold and someone needs to buy it. So when I was 18, someone runs up to me at the mall and he says, "Hey, I'm selling this jewelry." And he takes me to the bathroom and I look at the jewelry, it looks good. And he knows I'm shopping for something. That's why he's at the mall. He didn't go try to sell necklaces at a beauty salon or at Chuck E. Cheese or McDonald's, right? So the reason I'm saying that is, if you ever ask a question to someone, think about what could they say? Let's say you go to a tire shop and you say, hey, does my car need new tires, right? What else could that person say? You know he's selling tires. Let me hit you with this. I bought a house. When I bought my house, the realtor who was my realtor in helping me look for a house, every time we went to the house that we were shopping, that we were looking at when we were shopping, they would always talk about the highlights of the house. Okay, so I ended up buying a house. Then I turn around a couple years later, I'm like, I need to sell this house. I called the realtor who sold me the house, and now it's time to sell the house. Okay, I went to the realtor who sold me the house, I bought it, and now I want to sell the house. So my role switched. I went from a buyer to now I'm a seller. The same agent who helped me buy the house, now we're trying to sell it. She starts talking about the house in a negative way because she's selling the house and she's trying to put into my mind the price that we can get for the house. So she starts talking about all the downside, the problems to the house. Do you see that? Her role switched, but we're still talking about the same house. So think about the situation that you are in and think about who you are asking. One way to really spot a liar is you got to test people. There's nothing wrong with that. And what do I mean by testing people? When you test someone, you know the answer. And then you ask someone the question and you see if they give you an honest answer. Like, let's say you need new water pipes for your bathroom. Okay, what you can do is you can get it fixed, right? And now you know it's fixed. You know 100% sure it's fixed. Then you call another plumber and you ask him, hey, does this need to be fixed? And then you can see if that person is being truthful or not. That's how you can spot a liar and determine if someone is lying to you. You have to know the answer. That situation wouldn't actually be good because you already spent money, you already fixed the plumbing. But let's say you need car work. This is a good one. Let's say you need to find an honest mechanic. Go to a mechanic, ask him a question that you 100% sure already know the answer to. Let's say you're not leaking oil and you go to him and you say, hey, I think I'm leaking oil. If he says, yeah, you're leaking oil, when you know, in fact, you are not leaking any oil, then you know he's lying and he can't be trusted for any other maintenance on your car. You have to test people when it comes to their honesty, especially in a market society. You understand that? So let's say you're looking for a trustworthy mechanic. If you go to a mechanic and you know you are not leaking oil, say, hey, I think my car is leaking oil. You know you're not leaking oil, but you just go to him and say, hey, I think my car is leaking oil. If he comes to you and says, hey, yeah, it's leaking oil, you know you got a liar. You know you can't trust that mechanic for any other work. But let's say that mechanic says, hey, you are not leaking oil. You know you're not leaking oil. It's 100% sure you're not leaking oil. You know you are not leaking oil. He tells you you're not leaking oil. Now you got a mechanic you can trust for other work. Don't just give your trust away blindly. You have to have people earn your trust, okay? You have to, trust is earned, especially when it comes to our market society. Trust is earned. Don't just give away your trust blindly. You'll go broke. All right, if you made it this far into the video, exercise, eat healthy, be healthy, sleep well, live well.